I see you. You're doing a great job. Guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. It's real early in the morning. There's bright blue skies. It's not a cloud in sight. So there's no drama in sight. There's no stress, no hiccups, and things in sight. The birds is chirping. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Either way, keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Okay. First of all, let me be the first to tell you I'm very proud of you. You're doing the damn thing. You're doing a great job. I feel like in March, the intuitive message I got in March, you know how you spiritually, or you could have the mental clarity. I know I'm on the right track. I feel like I'm on the right track because I have peace. You know, I have progress. I have creativity. But by the end of March, you will have seen, going into April, you would have seen tangible success. And look what flipped out together. So you may have a social media platform, or you're going to start speaking publicly. You could be giving seminars, tutorials, whatever your creative niche is. You're going to start to get the recognition. Especially, I'm seeing April a lot. The end of March, you're going to start to see a difference going into April. So something you switched up about your format, or just, I feel like a lot of editing took place. Whether you're carving out, I don't want to speak this way, or I'm going to articulate it in this way. You're using you're using vocabulary. Somebody has a very extensive vocabulary, and you're choicey with your words, is what I say, what I feel. Maybe you may even start getting paid for your expertise, or you start collaborating with other brands. Clearly, your brand should educate and entertain your clients and make them laugh and make them smile and feel great when they interact with you or your brand. Now, regardless if someone stumbled across it, or you're just getting the wider buzz, or it's something you did to edit out particular things, key things, maybe it has something to do with monetizing. You watch what you say on your videos to reach a broader audience, a classier audience, a poised audience, graceful, elegant, eloquent. You're practicing eloquent speech. So taking the center stage, you're taking charge, you're taking responsibility. Speak at events, conferences, and workshops. You could be creating workshops. I swear this is giving me seminar vibes. You share your message and transform lives through your work. You're starting to get the respect. I feel like it's a command. You seem to be the one to have it together in this way. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to inquire about your expertise. And that flipped out together. What's on the bottom? Elevate, new mind. You definitely, new mindset, new results earns you profit. So you want to welcome abundance into your life. Well, duh, we don't work that hard to stay the same. So the past is over. You want to elevate your mindset. You want to get different results. If you keep thinking and acting the same way, nothing will change your business. So it's something you noticed. It may not be wrong. I don't think that it's particularly wrong. I don't think it's particularly judgment. I just feel like if you have the mindsets for progress and you're trying to, the point would be, I'm doing something I love, or I just like to creatively express myself. But if I know I can earn a profit from it by not doing this thing or saying that thing, then common sense kicked in. Welcome abundance into your life. You creating a strong relationship with money. I feel like you're in a space where you have a very solid masculine approach to your money and how you guard it, safeguard it, and protect it. Not like a stingy heart or tight fist. No, I'm talking about a man's place as it pertains to his legacy, the high self-esteem, like the responsibility. You don't lack. You're not careless about your business. I see Miami. Maybe you're starting to do business in Miami, or you're starting to get the recognition upon moving in Miami to Miami, or you're from Miami, Florida. Rejoice in the opportunities and experiences it brings. Or maybe your creative endeavor is going to take you into Miami somewhere. So basically you want to get on a broader platform. Okay, it's like I didn't work this hard to stay the same. You met the right people, or the right people want to pay attention to you, or they want you. What you want wants you. What they attract. Focus on attracting and building relationships with clients who are happy to buy your products and services. So you stop getting in your way. Get out of your own way and let the doors of success open for you. You want to drop the resistance and go with the flow. Now, speaking of flow, the ebb and flow, I feel like you have a very spiffy, witty, quick way on your approach, on how you sell people in under 30 seconds. You know, with the sales funnel, you want to create a dynamic that, you know, an experience that nurtures prospects into becoming paying clients. A simple sales funnel. This is something you say. I was like, I don't think you're a man of many words, even if you're a female, but what you say is impactful. So are you saying prayers? You must have said that Quranic verse, chapter 28, verse number 24 in the Quran. That's what Moses said when he fled the town. Lord, I am in need of whatever good that you may send down on me. In need. Amen. So let's I got for you the root chakra. I got Ojas. I got effortless flow. Well, Ojas is talking about health. Okay. So the subtle essence of health and well-being, peaceful and patient. Root chakra is being grounded in whatever you're doing. And your truthfulness. You're starting to get maybe ciphering through a lot of past. When I see the past is over, it seems like a lot of outdated visions or premonitions, they came to pass. And you realize that now. Like, it was something that came back full circle, but you're in a different headspace, in a different space spiritually, to where maybe your initial intention was, when you're younger, you make decisions to travel because you want to get away from your parents, or you want to get out of your household. Bring it full circle as you're a lot older, more responsible, more established. You have a life established as a consenting adult. That same opportunity comes back around. You let it go, obviously, for it to come back around. And it's like, well, I have the choice to do it if I want to. Now I speak with a lot more conviction, or I have a lot more responsibility in making these particular decisions. So if I make this decision, it has to make sense for how I built my life up thus far. And so now you're editing out what makes sense and what doesn't make sense, especially for the group of people that I'm speaking to. You are widely, worldly successful. Or, I mean, obviously the position that you're in it puts you on that track. So even if, for example, I always wanted to migrate to this particular space, and I feel like it can further expand my business, hypothetically speaking, it may not be feasible. And I feel like you have the clarity and the common sense and understanding. Yes, it could be a great idea in theory, but it doesn't quite work in your everyday life. Because the way your life is set up now, you don't need that to be successful. You've outgrown the space. That's what it is. You don't really need it. You can still do it for like thrills and adventure. It would be for that. So it came down a notch on your list of priorities. Whereas I could do it for fun now. But I don't absolutely have to. I've moved past why I initially made this decision in the first place, or why I believe that would have been an Einstein idea. And for so much of it, it does cater to your true character. You like the thrills, you like the adventure. But the real adventure is the one you created for yourself. Like, you don't have to travel as much or canvas as much anymore. You're in that ebb and flow. Like, what you want is support you. Like, it's working for you more than you have to work for it now, because you've made it past that point. Does that make any sense? Like, share, and subscribe. So again, for anybody, I don't understand what a root chakra is. It's about arriving to a place where you're very grounded in life. Your ideal home is in a process of manifestation. Like, you're setting roots where you are, where you work, where you live, where you're about to go next. Like, it reflects a deep healing work you've done to undo ancestral ties or like generational curses that were previously holding you back. And that's the climax that you've met, that you've reached. And when you heal your personal life, you heal the lives of everybody who came before you and everybody who's coming after you. So you did it more efficiently. As when you really think, when you get right down to it, the way you reach the space that you're at was a lot more efficient than what you thought you had to do. You don't have to work as hard for what you're trying to accomplish at this point. And then, ancestral hardships can consist of like poverty, slavery, war, immigration, abuse of any kind. Those are things you're not set up like that. Your life is not set up like that where you have to endure that just to get by. Like, you don't have to mute yourself to get the recognition. Like, you can speak. Hence, you entertain. I'll give you an example. If you're on a social media platform, it could have been taboo to even do that, or it just didn't fathom the idea. You couldn't fathom the idea that I could be on a social platform in a space where I have to watch what I say, not in a derogatory, like vile, vulgar sense, but I'm in a professional space where I can play with the opportunity, or I can learn to edit out. I can still say what I want to say and be who I want to be, and get to the speaking gigs about it. Like, it turned into a thing where it could have been therapeutic for you at first, but now it's turning into a whole speaking engagement where people are paying to come listen to you speak. Like, it turned into this whole astronomical thing moving forward, where you don't have to be shy about it. You don't have to apologize about it. You're doing great. Right? Yeah. So, and on that news, your health, like subtle essence of health and well-being. It's like one look is all it takes to see how much subtle essence and well-being, like someone monitors like your peace, your patience, your peaceful nature, and your patience. You're being observed. You're being closely watched. That's why you're being considered, or you're being recognized. You're watching how people perceive you, not because you care about what people think, but you're in the business to succeed. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about, at first it could have been a rebellious thing, like Richard Pryor was rigorously honest. He said what he wanted, he said what he felt, but he said it in a way where it earned him speaking gigs. Like, he got himself to that space of professionalism, and then he did it his way. You see what I'm saying? Not like fake it till you make it, because he damn sure didn't fake anything. So I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying you don't have to be in the box. You don't have to conform. You don't have to work as hard to get to where you're at now. You did something that was out of the box, out of the norm, that's earning you the recognition now. You're radiant, good health, with you got like glowing skin, like you have a glowing spirit, a peaceful demeanor, a patient essence. You do. People want to make love to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, people want to be in your essence. They like to be around you. So whatever your dietary and lifestyle choices, they're showing up in your appearance, and your inner state is reflecting your outer. So you got the way you care for yourself is what's earning it. But that might be the point of your authenticity earning you the space where people see you as the expert in what you do. Is like, well, I want to ask this person what they do. How do they do it? Like, you seem to know what you're doing. You're getting good results. I want those good results too. That's what I want. Just being at peace. I feel like you're in a space of just being and not doing. What about that ebb and flow? Like, ebb and flow is like, this is no stop, start, push, pull, stroke, strike. It's not anything that's like no hiccups in the road. There are no hiccups for you. You feel like a river of abundance that you gracefully, like a parade. You know how slow those big boats, those floating boats in a parade, is like that. Like, it's an ebb and flow. Like, when you're on your highest purpose and doors are opening up for you, one connection leads to another, and things are moving at a higher speed, an accelerated pace, a higher velocity. Everything is high. It's propelling you in a direction of your higher purpose. So that's the point. You're on the path to your north node, and you're reaching your higher purpose. So you don't have to crawl through the mud, get it out the mud. You did that already. You're not in that phase of life anymore. That was 20 years ago. I don't know. It just came out. It came in my mind like that. So that was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago. I don't care if it was 2 hours ago. You're not there no more. You in whatever you did to get out the mud is done. You can move on to the next thing. You can go in the suburban parts of California now. Not, with the exception of the wildfires, but you can go where people dream to go. Like, you're living somebody's dream. So don't feel, it's not to feel overwhelmed. This is how life is meant to be experienced for you. It's like the Most High is propelling you in a direction of your higher purpose, and he's giving you all the assistance to fulfill a very important role, because you in that leadership, you're going to lead the people out of darkness. I'm seeing so many of my earlier videos come full circle about you leading people out of darkness. Like, you no longer have to push to get ahead, like that bullying tactic to make yourself better, but rather than, you can surrender. You can surrender now and keep up the flow. Like, don't lose sight of the greater goal. That's the point. About your algorithm is way too high to even consider what you thought you had to do to get on a broader platform. You're not seeing this clearly. You weren't seeing this clearly. You needed time to reflect. Okay? Like, the way, like, your energy now, people, even if you did that thing that's adventurous, whatever it was that you deemed, it would be fun and it would take work, but it's adventurous. It wouldn't be the same experience for you as it was for your ancestors, because you show up different, because you've done things to untie concerns or calamities that you no longer have to deal with. Hence the like your slavery, your wars, poverties, abuse. Like, you wouldn't show up like that. People would want to work with you. They would be very pleased with your expertise. Like, you're coming in as an expert where they'd be paying you. You don't have to, like, climb up the ranks, like starting off as a private or something like that and moving up to a general. You don't have to do that. You're coming in as an expert for what you're doing, so you don't necessarily have to be initiated into the gang or into the subdivision. Clap. So what is your truth? The truth is, you are moving and peeling off all the layers of inauthenticity, as I was saying. The things that are absolutely counterproductive for you. It doesn't mean somebody else don't have to do it, but you are grown now, in a sense where you're not a little boy by way of business. You have established a business. Like, you've made your commands, like a man goes out and make his commands and commands his money of what his worth is, what his value is. So are you, man or woman. Like, you are no longer asking permission about or negotiating what your worth is. You can command it, and they will pay. Through this process of understanding, unlearning, and evolving, you become an awakened person. So you continuing to go through this new paradigm as you shed the false beliefs, false narratives, and stories that kept you away from your true self, that are designed to be a hindrance. As you maneuver, as you learn who you are, learn yourself by yourself. It's about the truth. As we speaking of Richard Pryor, the rigorous honesty is your income is constantly increasing. You have a lot going on. You have a lot going on, but in a good way, not in a dramatic, I'm tired of the drama type of way. So you're finally feeling like the truth in bare skin as you place your fingers upon your face. What do I mean? Finally coming home to yourself. Like, you can recognize yourself. You can see yourself like this. It's interesting because I have two queens here. This Queen of Cups and this Queen of Wands. So that's could be two sisters, or just you representing your mother figure. That's how I got this intuitive message. But for this Queen of Cups and this Entertain, they look a lot alike. That looks like you. My mother said, shine your light on the world. That's what she raised you to be, and that's exactly what you're doing. So for some of you, you could have lost your mother at a very young age, but you are avenging her with who you turn out to be. You turn out to be a very fine person. You did not let that make you a victim. You did not let that stop you from succeeding. It just propelled you more. It made you more aggressive in a good way. If that makes sense, like, share, and subscribe. Before I get into this, we're going to use this. If it wants to come out. Savage Man. Which typically I like to use it as my King of Wands. Mystical Ecstasy. Retreat. Some of these energies are already here because I have a King of Wands here, a Four of Swords here, Mystical Ecstasy, Queen of Cups. So you could be showing up in a masculine energy. You live in somebody's dream, I'll tell you that. It took a little bit of time to yourself to recalibrate, shed what no longer matters. It's like you have to go in and revitalize your plan or renegotiate, re-strategize. You have yin yang, celestial union. I don't know who you're attracting, but they're here. Or you're just in that energy to attract it. Yin yang energy. I don't have the Temperance here, but you could be a descendant of what the ancestors really did. You could be a lot like your parents. So you could have felt like you were the odd man out, but in actuality, you're more alike than you are different. Let me just move this out the way. So when it comes to that thing, I feel like you were at it. You were in heavy contemplation and you were pondering which direction I want to go next. Like how, in what way can I further amplify what I've already accomplished? What it sounds to me to, how can I make myself more successful, more efficiently without the stress overtaking me? Like something that's wise and intelligent, emotionally intelligent, that's not going to drag me through the mud, but be more successful. Like do it more efficiently. And it unleashed something. You unleashed something. Your 10 pentacles, I see that as standing 10 toes in something. So you're standing 10 toes in your truth because the Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands is here. Clarifying what your truthfulness, what your truth is. It's more than just being spiritual, but this is a very creative energy you're in. Fire and water elements together is very highly creative. And I don't know if you put two things together that didn't match, because these are two different elements to get to a 10 pentacles. So you made a lot of people in your family very successful. So even if it's just like you have children, you branch off from your immediate family you grew up in, and you have a family of your own. They have 10 pentacles. They have generational wealth behind your decisions. You never expected this for yourself. Like nobody ever sees this stuff coming. You read a lot of you read a lot of stories about the first millionaire in the family or a billionaire in the family, and as opposed, it's a far cry from where you came from. You could have came from a small town. Even if you came from a big city, there's poverty on your family. There's like limited one-dimensional mindsets that run in your family. A lot of massive health issues that run in your family. That's the gut health issues, mental health issues, things like it's just to say, like, it's a far cry. What you do is a very far cry from where you came from because of your common sense, and sense is not common. It's like you say common sense like everybody doesn't have it. It's true. Everybody does not have common sense, but likewise you could have it and choose not to practice it. Some people are still going through the phases of being hard-headed, like a hard head makes a soft behind, as they say, as your parents used to say. So This card is very pretty too, with the ebb and flow. You took something, a rock, and turned it into a diamond. You know how beautiful that is? I don't know if you, I think you are starting to realize how beautiful you are at this point. You're a very beautiful person inside out. This is not to patronize you, but it is. Like, it's whatever you're doing, it's working. You got the Four of Wands here. You're celebrating. People are celebrating you. You reach the space of stability where people, you get like-minded, like-spirited people are around you. You work with people who are going places in life just like you. So you're not hell-bent by fear. I see you have the World and the Nine of Pentacles. The World does talk about endings and going into new beginnings, but your new beginning, where you're at, is a nine of Pentacles. You're in the Nine of Pentacles, and you built something long-term and something substantial for yourself. And it's not just for yourself. Everybody's going to be able to benefit from it. The world, like, that's leading the people, not so much misleading the people. My income is constantly increasing. It's like I begin now, today, to open myself. My life supports me. Life created me to be fulfilled. I trust life, and life is always there. I'm at peace with my age. Your success could have came, maybe you're in your 40s, 50s. Each age has its own special joys and experiences. I'm always the perfect age for where I'm at in my life. You're showing up super mature. Okay, this is a new day, and it's a day that I've never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy every moment of it. You're opening new doors, so you're rejoicing in what you have, and you know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. You're saying yes to life ahead, as life mirrors my every thought. So you keep your thoughts unsporadic, keep them long-standing, keep them stable. Keep a long attention span. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings me to only good experiences. That's what you've been doing. You're not perfect, but that's what you've been doing. You have a better practice of it. You have stronger mental muscles. So you could be reading, writing more. You could be communicating more. You could be interacting with people more. You're not isolated. It's not to say you can't take time to yourself, but you edited some stuff out and made a more quality video, a more quality product. You show up as a more quality person, so you can produce more quality results. And I am open and receptive to new avenues of income. So now you receive good news from unexpected sources. Like, now you're getting opportunities from spaces you would have never fathomed. And you're unlimited. They're unlimited. They opened the door for something unlimited due to common sense. Divine wisdom guides me. I'm guided through this day in making the right choices. You want to make smart choices. You actually put some heart and soul into what you say you want to do. You actually put some thought into it and practice. You narrow down. Hence the root chakra. To ground something, you have to be practical. It has to make sense. Your dreams need a practical plan, kind of thing. And it went out the realm of just being a single thought, or just a vision, a premonition, or an intuition, a dream. No, you took action. You have a King and a Queen of Wands here. But what I see is the King of Wands is the masculine side, is being eccentrically progressive. The Tower, you have the Tower here, the Three of Cups, Knight of Wands, with that health conscious. Like, it was something I wanted to say with this Tower, next to this Knight of Wands. It's like something you bursted, something, and whatever your genre is, you bursted onto the scene. Like, it's going to be the fresh idea we didn't know we needed, so to speak. You see her? She smells fresh. She looks fresh. She feels good. Like, she's in her own ecstasy. You see how the helping hand of God is pouring his favor on her with those flowers, and she's like very receptive in receiving it. So if there was a decision you were trying to make, do I take this job out of town, or do I stay at this job here? Do I create more, to further finance what I'm already creating for myself? The answer is you're well past where you think you're at. Where you think you're at doesn't match your actual reality. Take a moment and revise your vision plan, because what was initially on your vision plan, you've already excelled past it. You've already accelerated past it. You're done. And you didn't realize that. You're just going through the motions and you're just building. You're in the building phases. So if you're somebody who's grounded and focused in what you're doing, you're not really paying attention to the results as much. So you have mystical ecstasy and a balance of yin yang energy, especially on this board too. So likewise, the platform you thought you felt like you had to go on to get more recognition, you can still do business with them, but remind you, you're established. Like this organization is established, you're established too. So you can still work with them without having to join their team to be more successful. Like the military. Some people go into the military for much better opportunities, like to travel, to have access to a better life. You don't have to do that, but you can still work with the military as an established entity. You see what I'm saying? You didn't peep game that you're already there. What you want, you already have. You already have it. That's what this is telling me with the World and the Nine of Pentacles. You are a made man. That's why the Savage Man is here. This King of Wands is here. And the Tower is... What is the Tower? Let me see. Look at these cards. Is your sudden realization. Your zest for life with this Knight of Wands. The Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You're rejoice. You can rejoice. Like something is being made clear to you through me. Whether you're listening to me talk or you need that sudden realization. That's the Most High telling you. Like he had to tell me that too. So this Tower represents, let's see, you got the Strength, Ace of Wands, the Death card, the Devil, Two of Cups, that mental clarity. There go your Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, and the Empress. So you created something for yourself. You may become a wife, or you're just a very attractive, like, entrepreneur. Definitely an entrepreneur. Two of Wands. You didn't have to take that direction. You have the mental clarity that you've already... What do you think these past 5 years were all about? Or 2 years for some. The Two of Cups. The Devil is massive influence. The Death of transformation. Editing. Carving out. Ace of Wands. You created, I feel like the opportunity, you took the first step, God got the rest. Yes. I also feel like you took an opportunity. You've taken an opportunity, or taken a opportunity and created something way beyond what was expected. What it means is what normally comes out of an experience like this, I don't know where you blew through town from or where you came from, but you were the breath of fresh air that people didn't know how to go about attaining, or didn't know that they needed. And the strength that you did it with integrity. Like you kept your legs closed, you kept your pants up, you kept your mouth shut, you kept a good head on your shoulder. You did something that wasn't easy, because it's not easy to do the right thing, to be honest. It's not. Like, it can make you feel aggressive because people will try to box you in. When it's like something about it, you started from a very meek, humble space. So you didn't have much to work with because you were creating it. You put it together you didn't ask for a handout. It's something you did on your own. Like you designed this all on your own. No one can take credit for it. I don't even feel like it's one of those opportunities where people will try to buy you out. They don't want to buy you out. You're an established entity or a resource in the community. Like, you don't need to be bought out. You need to stay. There it is. That's I guess that's in the roundabout way of what I'm talking about. This energy is saying You don't need to branch off or travel, venture out to build, to establish what you don't even realize you already have it. You don't need to venture out to do any more labor style work. You're going to work, but it's not labor style work in a way where you don't have to climb up nobody's ranks or join somebody's team. You did it on your own. You don't need it. You got it. You already have it. You got 10 cups. Your happiness. You established your own happiness through your own work ethic with the 8 of Pentacles, and you have wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. You did it. Admit it. It just sounds like you won't admit that you already have what you want. And it could be an outdated thought or just a random old programming or mentality that you already like edited certain like masses to that conglomerate out, where you won't be hustling backwards, or you don't have to revert backwards, or you don't have to stay in a certain phase of the whole process for too long. You already moved past that. We have graduated, because you have the 4 of Wands here. And you're probably nervous, because I feel nervous trying to explain it. So you feel nervous that what you want, what you've been building on, it's just a hope and a dream. I hope I make it big. I hope the world knows my name. With this 9 of Pentacles in this world, you've done, only 1% of people gets this. Only 1% of people conquers this, gets to this space where they did it without compromising their integrity. So you got the purple amethyst on the Queen of Wands. It's about protecting your intuition, like you don't speak on everything you know. You're very wise. I see is maturity, and then there's wisdom. You have a lot of wisdom. You are the breath of fresh air they didn't know they needed. New mindset, new results. What did you do different, collective? That you have a new mindset and a different result, and you got out, whatever it is, you got out of your own way, and you left the doors of success open. So now you're attractive. With the Empress is a feminine, successful energy, predominantly feminine. So maybe you were masculine to a point where, to be in that receptive energy, I have to get out of a certain space. So you have to get out of grinding season. Where I'm from, we want to work hard for something, where we don't want to be flashy for a good 6 months, because we would just want to we want to accumulate money. So we call that grinding season. You did your grinding season. Your grinding season is paying off now. So you focus right now. Your focus should be on attracting and building relationships with people and clients who are happy to buy your products and your services, because you have the right platform now where you can say something correctly. You didn't go to finishing school. You finished school. So there's an ebb and flow. This card, allow. This card that says allow, match this card that talks about effortless flow. I always knew you had a brain upstairs. There you go. It has to make sure when you're speaking, if you're going to influence the crowd, make sure you speak, what you say is beneficial, is valuable, it makes sense, it can actually help somebody. You're not just there just to be entertaining. You're saying something with purpose and of substance and of value. You got some money coming. If you're not already making the money, you already have it. Like you already have it. So that's your mindset now. I already have the money. So you have that stronger relationship with the money. That would be where the masculine energy, you kick ass like a badass. So you rejoice. You're called to rejoice in the opportunities and experiences this new money is about to bring. That's where you're at. That overall happiness. So you stop putting the cart before the horse. You could have been one of those people who felt like you had to be married to have it, for the support, when all you did was take the first step. God got the rest. Stand 10 toes in what you say you're all about. Put some heart and soul into it. Pursue your own happiness. You are responsible for your own happiness. Maybe when people ask you how you did it, or were you nervous or something like that, you may go into speaking at that. That could be what you say in a very entertaining way, or what you said was thought provoking. You know, something it just gets people's wheels spinning. So you're not one of those people who's going. You don't feel like you have to go on the offense to get people to pay attention to you. You know who you are. You're very secure in who you are. So you're able to show up right. You show up authentic. You show up more real. Like, it's not like you're making headlines doing erratic things. Because there's a big note about integrity. So people are, the thing I saw too with this King of Wands, but this is my feminine deck. The King of Wands and the Knight of Cups. You aren't very obnoxious about it. You have a way with words. So you know how to get what you want. With the Knight of Cups and the King of Wands, you're the cat's meow. You're very charming. And you have that massive influence. Okay? You figured out what people to go work with this Three of Cups. And the Tower and the Knight of Wands, people they more than smitten. They can't get enough of you. It's a sudden realization. Where did this person come from? I think you're going to end up blowing up. I'm not patronizing you. I'm serious with the way these cards are playing out. The same people you thought you had to join for. I feel like your parents did you a favor. I feel like they gave you some wise words and pearls of advice, and you used it, and it worked for you. So the apple don't fall far from the tree. Like whatever they did to open these doors for you didn't go in vain. You're a great listener and you're a good kid. Something like that. Like somebody's parents is proud. Like you're a really good kid. Like I did really good with you. I'm very proud of you. Two of Cups is you are the missing piece to the puzzle. So wherever your community is, you write on time. Like you write what the doctor order. All of what that means. Also, the saying about God, he doesn't come when you want him to, but he's always on time. He's always with you. And you don't lack conviction. What about this Death of Transformation? And his Devil card. The Devil card is massively, widely influential. You took two things that didn't match. People didn't know that influence and healthy can go in the same sentence. It's hard to get people to do the right thing. Like, it's hard to get people to do that because people don't want to be healthy. They want to have fun. You know, I want to live in the here and now. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So I don't care about being derogatory. I don't care about taking my mind, body, and spirit for granted because I feel like I have time. You could be somebody who teaches it without making somebody feel judged about what they could do better, because you had to climb up the ranks too. So you have a way with people. A lot of what you've been through, or a lot of stuff you overcome and didn't realize you were as far along as you are, was to be able to relate to people, to experience. I'll tell you what though, people didn't know you were as shrewd in business as you are. You know how they say you just needed to be in the right place at the right time for everything to align? You listened. If you're being spiritually led to move to a new city, you listened. And you went through the trials to establish yourself. Anything new, people naturally reject it at first because it's new. They're not used to it. But you did it in record time, is what I'm hearing. Something you had to change about yourself because you have an evolution here. Death or transformation is talking about endings to new beginnings. So I feel like this Death card goes with the World card, with this Nine of Pentacles. The Four of Swords is not allowing the whole trial of the experience can be taxing on you mentally, and you allow yourself rest. You allow yourself time to rest and recoup. So for you to be in a phase of life where you don't have to work like a dog or just drive yourself into the ground, those days are past you. The past is behind you. This is a new day. You know that you never lived a life where you can sleep as long as you want to and still get up and make the right kind of money. Like you at peace. So but you're at inspiration too. So when I see the entertaining card, you speak the right things over your life, but you also only do what makes you happy. You don't focus on what you don't like. You cater to what you do like. I don't think this is about a partner, but you have many suitable partners that's going to come after you. They're going to pursue you like a woman deserves to be pursued. You're not supposed to be ran down in the ground to fix somebody's neuroses, to act, it's misplaced. It's codependencies that sometimes women have to work through, where they feel like they have to put up with bad behavior to say they have somebody, or feel like that's all that's out there. If that's what you think, that's what you're going to attract. So that's how you're working with that kind of common sense. So you got well-rounded wealth, a strong mind, a sound mind, where people could have tried to dance you out or write you off as something that's over and done with. That's just not the right. This person doesn't have what it takes, but you're not where that person is to tell somebody they don't have what it takes. That's a little bit of that in here too. This is like proof and evidence. The proof is in the pudding type of energy, because if you're living in it, if you're a walking a human embodiment of what it means to have a sharp mind, to have brilliance, to be a genius, to be smart, to have a high IQ, whatever it is, like all of what it is, that would be you. And you don't talk a lot, but when you say things, your words are impactful. Like this devil card. You have to do some shit. It's sometimes your way of doing it is not scientific. It's not traditional. It's taboo. That's why it was hard to receive you, because the way you did it was unrecognizable, but you made history and it worked. So now people trust your ebb and flow. Like you got a swag about it. You have a rhythm about it, because that's your element. That's your calling. So that's why I see that with this King of Wands, this Knight of Cups, Three of Cups. Like, oh, hell yeah. Oh, you're widely received. Okay? You are the climax people didn't know they needed. And I don't mean that to like you're sexing on people. But if you had a partner, he would feel that way. So, collective. Welcome to your new life. Welcome back. Because it's like you reconnected with yourself on a higher timeline, on a different timeline. So whatever you had to go through, it cleared out some old karma, some old lessons that were like hard, like old habits dying hard. That's I'll say it like that. This is your new day. Like you are the new cat's meow for your community, for your genre, for your expertise. Keep in mind, definitely take it how it resonates and leave what does not. But there's nothing here to be left behind. You didn't leave no crumbs behind. Okay? This is your new day, one that you have never lived before. So you stay in the now and enjoy each moment and each and every moment, and don't apologize for being successful. You're not even around people who would make you apologize for being successful. Okay? You're around people who are with you, who are in support of you, who will support you, they're just all about you. And you all about them too. It's like you could have been one of them people who is all about, you want to see everybody make it. Not like a codependency, but it could have turned into something stupid in the past. Not for you. You Sigma male and female. Even it could be some alpha male and females in here. But this is Sigma more than it's alpha. But if it resonates for both of you, take it. I'm happy. I like your energy, and I'm going to go create some more streams of revenue with this energy, because I like it. I like reading on it. Okay? Divine wisdom guides me. You ain't no flunky. I'll just say it like that. You're not a flunky because you're not a square. You don't care that somebody thinks you're a square or you're corny because you let the Lord guide you. There's nothing offensive about it. Except for people who don't have him in his life. Who don't have God in their life. I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with the open arms. I trust life will be wonderful.